back to Tarot and Chill. My name's Nisha, and this is a pick a card reading to find out about your money and career for the month. I've got 3 groups for you to choose from today. Group 1 is the 5p piece. Group 2 is the 20p piece. And group 3 is the 1 penny. Please pause the video now if you need to take a moment to make your choice, otherwise I'll see you in your reading. All the timestamps will be below. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, leave me a comment to let me know how it resonates for you, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. If you'd like a personal reading, get in touch, the information will be below. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in your reading. This reading is for you if you chose the 5 penny piece. Let's see what cards you have. From the Sacred Power reading cards you have Purification. From the Sacred Destiny Oracle you have Going Forward. Then from the Field Tarot you have 5 of Swords, Ace of Discs, and 7 of Discs. There seems to be something that you have to walk away from this month. It's like a thing to give up on and just stop trying with, because it feels like a lot, and I feel like you're a bit afraid of, for someone you're a bit afraid of how much something is, like it's too much work and you maybe want to quit the job. Might be the kind of job where you've got the job already and it's fine, but they just keep asking you to do overtime, or they just keep asking more of you and more and more and more of you. And you might be starting to get a bit afraid of like how it's gonna go. I also feel like for someone you had a job that had a lot of work, maybe it was like 0 hours, or a business that you're running. And at one point I feel like there was almost too much work and you maybe couldn't cope with how much there was. And then it's kind of getting to the point where there's not enough and you maybe feel like there's either a dramatic too much work all of a sudden, or just like very little and it feels too varying for you to maybe make it your main thing. You might not be able to make it your full-time business, but I do feel like there's something you have hope for. There's a dream for the future or a vision for the future. It might be quite small right now, like the amount of hope you have or the amount of time you spend on it. The amount you can imagine being able to give in hopes that it pays off for the future, for this goal you have. Feels like you are kind of limited on resources for right now. I feel like when you quit something else, you're going to find actually you do have time to spend on what you wanted to spend it on. I hope that makes sense. It just feels like there's a lot going on. And you need to navigate the busyness and you need to navigate the amount of responsibilities you have. And I do feel like this month it's time to quit something. Or time to just say, hey, I can't manage actually, like I just can't manage. Feels like not just you as well, but loads of people. Like you might find everyone at work quits because they're all annoyed about having to do free overtime. Or work Saturdays every week as well as like Monday to Friday. Might just find that you're all in it together and you're all just like, well, fucking had enough then, mate. I'm just not going to do this job anymore. Bye. It feels really good for you because I feel like you find a new job really easy. You'll find a new job that's better and a bigger pay package, and you don't get asked to do overtime and you actually get your evenings. I'm seeing for someone you used to leave work when it was dark. But you're going to get a new job where you leave when it's still quite light outside and you get to have like a fun cycle ride for the evening, or go meet up with your friends, or go for a run, go to the gym, go for a swim. Like you get to do something fun, work on your hobbies, work on your businesses. It feels like you have more energy after this month because of something you quit. And it feels easier to stay with the new thing that you end up with this month. Rather than what you were doing before, it feels like whatever you've been either quitted already or what you're going to quit this month. It feels really draining and tiring and like you're fading away trying to do too much of it. And I feel like you've got problems on problems on problems with the job or the business or whatever it was. It's like, if you were honest with yourself, actually, you might be able to think of 5 major complaints about this job. And maybe you didn't want to be honest with yourself. Maybe you were just trying to keep going, even though it was getting on top of you. I feel like at one point you may be able to just be honest with yourself this month and say, oh, I hate that and I hate that and I hate that and I hate that. And actually, it's not worth it. Like, is it even worth it? It feels not worth it. Something seems like it takes too much time out of your day. It's too hard and it doesn't pay enough. And it feels like you're going to just have a realization like, am I actually mad to keep trying to make this like my full-time business? Feels mad, but I feel like there is something else in the future that you can dream of. that's really, really far away. It feels like something that you can imagine actually being hopeful for you, and it feels like it can actually be a possibility once you get rid of things that you don't need to be doing anymore, like things that are too tiring, things that are too stressful, things that just seem like no win, like just give up. There's absolutely no way you'll ever get what you want out of it. Because there's some things that you won't ever get what you want out of, and you're starting to notice that and know that and realize that you should quit it. But there are other things that I feel like you can see that if you just kept putting energy into it, if you just put in a bit more effort, if you just had a bit more time, if you just maybe waited for the right opportunity, it would be something great. It's like, say, if you've got a job that's got no progression opportunities, it's kind of like a dead end job where you will end up just doing that same job for the same salary for the rest of your life. Versus you can think about something where it's like maybe you need study, maybe you need to train, maybe you need to learn some things, but if you got into that career, there's like a step up that you can take and then another step up. And another step up and room for you to actually make enough money. Because I am seeing for someone you've been in a job that's like no matter what you do, even if you do all the overtime available, you're still going to be short every month. And it felt like so sad and depressing. For whoever that is, it's just so depressing. And I feel like there is more you can get. But it's something new and you have to find it. It feels good for you to just open up your horizons this month once you let go of things. If you do need to let go of things, please do, because I feel like as soon as you do, literally for someone you quit a job and the same day you quit the job, you just feel like, yes, I can do anything. And then you start feeling really excited and you start planting seeds for money success. Like you start applying for jobs and thinking, oh, this one sounds better than my last job. Oh, this sounds way better. And you just get excited about it instead of feeling like, oh no, will I ever find a job again? There's no room for that this month. I feel like you're just going to have patience. You're just going to keep putting applications out, or you're just going to keep putting hours into that business. Keep putting hours into the hobby until it does make money for you. I feel like there is money coming this month. Feels like star money. It's either like a job that's your dream job or the job you were hoping to get. Or it's like your business that's your baby and it's the one that's like hey, this one's the one you really want, remember? Like, don't worry about all the responsibilities you have right now. What would you do in a dream world? It's this thing, like the thing you would do in a dream world seems to be paying you this month. I feel like there's 2 or 3 major opportunities for you to develop in an area that you maybe haven't started developing in yet, but you're going to start this month. And it's actually really amazing. It's like you can take the first step and then take 7 more steps in the same month and get a lot higher in the position you wanted to be in. It's like maybe you do 7 days of a first job or something, and by the end of the first week you feel like, actually I can do this for the rest of my life. Maybe like it's nice, it feels nice. Maybe you don't mind and the salary is good, and maybe you get commission or something. Like it could be like a sales job. Maybe in the first month you end up making 7 sales, like maybe you're an estate agent and you don't know why it's so easy for you to just keep making sales and keep making commission, keep getting money. But I feel like by the end of the month, you're going to feel like you're not at your end goal position that you want to be in, obviously. But it does feel like you've got something safe. It feels like you're at home with what you're doing and it's been easy for you to stick with, and I feel like you will just want to stick with it. You're going to feel happy with what you're doing. I feel like it's worth taking care of long term. For someone, I do see there's something to do with moving and a plan to move, and you might have to give up on, I'm hearing like your budget, or you might have to give up on some of the criteria you were looking for, and you might have to look for something different. But it feels okay, it feels natural, and it feels like once you change your criteria, like either you look at a bigger budget because you are realizing you can't save that much money on rent, or if you look maybe at a different area, you can't get the area you want, but you can get a place in a different area that's actually really nice. It feels like once you get over the kind of like, oh, I wanted this, but I have to not have that now, then you get really easy options to look at and think, oh, this is quite nice, actually. I quite like this. No, this is nice. This is nice. It feels good for you to get over having an ideal view as much as you would maybe want one, because I do know you've got a dream and you've got like a perfect wish come true thing or 3, but it also feels like you have a lot bogging you down just in front of you right now, and it feels like sink or swim. Actually, I think you can open up your view to where there are more possibilities that you'd be happy with, like not just the dream goal option, but lots of others. I feel like there's lots of things you could be happy with that are kind of nearby and within your reach. And I feel like if you do look at them in a way of like, I can actually get that, that's actually in my budget, that's actually realistic, and then maybe from there I can go here, and that's more close to my stretch goal, my dream goal. Feels really good for you, and I feel like you can be patient and you will be able to see like a step-by-step process to follow. I also want to say someone's getting money this month and you're going to actually save it. Feels really good for you to save it, because I feel like someone you might get 7 times what you actually need to live this month. And it might sound really weird, but I feel like you might have had something bad happen and you get like compensation or something like that, or you just get your last paycheck and it's really good, or someone is like a royalties check because you have like a song that's doing well or something, and it's really interesting. Because something you felt like, for someone it's something you felt like giving up on and you felt like not progressing with it, but it's actually doing you very well and making you a bit of money. For someone it's like your last day of work and you just saved the paycheck from your last day of work because you've got some money already. I know it's not a big deal, but I just feel like saving even 1 day's worth of work is good for you. Let alone if you can save a whole week's worth of your money earned. Feels like there's some goal, again, there's a goal that you have that's like a higher level goal. The more you can save each month, the more you're going to be close to that goal. And also I feel like there's something that takes a long time. Like it's very time consuming. Maybe you don't want to do it and maybe it feels like, oh, so exhausting. But you're going to get around to it during this month and you're going to get money. For someone it might be something like just getting rid of some things. Maybe just want to get rid of everything you have, like your old computer maybe, because it's slow and you want to get money for a new computer. So you sell your old one and it feels like actually really good that you get money. Really good to get rid of the old things. So I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a personal reading, get in touch. The information will be below. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And check out the other content on my channel if you're interested in watching more. Thank you for watching and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the 20p piece. Let's see what cards you have. From the Sacred Power reading cards you have Medicine. From the Sacred Destiny Oracle you have Embracing. And then from the Field Tarot you have 10 of Wands. The Queen of Swords. And Prince of Cups reversed. Seems like you do want a break from your work this month. It just might be a bit too much for you to actually get your break. And I feel like it might send you over the edge of being well in your emotions. You might need some healing, you might need some time off. I'm not sure if you've already overworked and got yourself to the point where you just don't feel that balanced and that well. It feels like it's time for you to maybe embrace just some like healthcare time and independent work. Might be good if you can work from home or something, like just get your own office at the office or move your chair away from everyone else. I don't know if you can just sit away from people and feel less overburdened. It also might be good if you can think about things differently, like think about the work you're doing differently. It feels unmanageable, but also like you don't have much choice at some point during the month. But it feels like you might crash and not burn, but need some time off. If you try and overwork yourself, I feel like you might just need some time to lay down and to do nothing all day because you've been doing too much. And that has maybe built up for somebody where you've been doing too much, like for years already. You've already been doing it maybe for 10 years. You've been overworking by like 10 hours a week, even 10 hours a day and like hardly sleeping. It feels like that's going to take its toll on you this month. You might find that you need some strength and away time. I feel like for someone you've got mentally unwell in a way that you just like push everyone away. To overwork, there might be someone who wants to talk to you. It's really good if you can just take time with them. Like it's nice for you to get your alone time and your independence. Just feel like for someone you only want that because you work too hard and you just don't have enough energy. I feel like there's a partner who can talk to you, someone who's a good friend, who will make you feel better, and I feel like they're a really interesting person, but you might want to just push everyone away this month, and it's okay if you do. But yeah, it feels like there's something to be grateful for, and it's like an opportunity to get balanced again, to get well again. There are lots of problems on your mind, and you can think about them all and you can find solutions to them all. And it might be easier if you don't try. You might find the solutions come more when you're just at work, just doing your job. Rather than taking special time out to think, it feels like if you take special time out to think, you might feel worse. The more time out you take to think, the more you might, especially if you have a mental health or emotional health thing going on, or a health thing going on, I feel like you just might make yourself feel worse. But yeah, there does seem to be a health problem for somebody and it makes you not able to keep going. So bear that in mind if you feel like you're about to overburden yourself. Try to wheel it back. I feel like there's an angel or spirit guide who's trying to say, hey, stop. So you might be guided to just quit your job or take a day off or something else. And I trust you to do that because it's for the right for you. And it feels like there's some opening in another job or another career industry that's not as hard work, but you might not be in that direction. You might not be looking in that direction. Someone seems uncreative and bogged down with like boring, repetitive work that's too much all the time. And it feels like you've started to look away from your own creative ideas. Actually, I feel like there's a vortex of possibility there. So someone you might want to try and get in touch again with your own creativity. Overall, I feel like you have to just get on with the work this month. And you don't really have that much time to think as much as you'd like. It's good if you can get a bit more time in the evening for yourself. Like even if you walk home away from other people, a bit more like try and just steer your car in a direction where the roads are less busy. Feels like it would just help you because I do feel like someone's going stir crazy from too much work. They're just not really okay and you're not going to be able to maintain and balance that long. Also, I feel like there's a shadow side of yourself that you're getting to know. And for someone it is overworking, it's like you're taxing yourself, you're working too hard. You're not honouring your emotions, you're not honouring your feelings enough. So try and honour your feelings. Try and get some rest if you're not currently feeling this overwhelmed. If you don't currently have this much work, because I feel like it's coming soon if it's not already there. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And get in touch if you like a personal reading. The information will be below. Thank you for watching and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the 1 penny. Let's see what cards you have. From the Sacred Power reading cards you have Rainbow Dragon. From the Sacred Destiny Oracle you have Wisdom. And from the Field Tarot you have the Sun reversed, the 6 of Discs, and King of Wands. This seems like a really good month overall. It seems like there's something you're not very happy with at some point, or you're not as happy as you could be with the situation that you receive. But what I'm seeing based on the energy that I can tell from the cards is that you're going to receive some money, and you're going to receive some money for doing something that's maybe independent, like your own business. And it feels like you have free time, you have spare time, you can relax, you can play, you can learn new things related to what you're doing. It feels very beneficial if you do take time to study. This week, this month, I don't know why it feels like a week, but yeah, this week and this month, if you study, it seems like you'll go further and you can increase your potential. It seems like there's some new job or new money received. And you feel like, yay, I'm so grateful, thank you. But the problem is it's just maybe not as much as you want. You maybe wanted more. It feels really good. It feels like maximizing your income and getting more than you previously got. But yeah, I just feel like you're slightly unhappy with it. Like it's maybe a better salary than you used to have. But it's still maybe not that easy to live on. Maybe you're in a better position than like 99% of your friends. But you still notice that it's like a bit of a pinch. You have to budget still. And I feel like someone you might not be happy with where you're living and you're trying to save money and find yourself a new place, and it feels like there's a celebration about that. Also, again, you might not be that happy, you might just feel a bit sad. You might not have energy and you might not get what you want. Exactly. It feels like it's not getting what you want, but you get what you need kind of life right now for you. And a kind of week and a month this month for you. There's something you can do that you should demonstrate to others that you're good at. And I feel like you're learning more about that, and I feel like it's going to increase your income. And there might be like 6 talents that somebody has. Like for somebody, it's like tax accountant, dancer, music composer, multi-instrumentalist, like you have multiple instruments, and then you're also good at like being a secretary and finishing someone's car painting or something. Like, I don't know, you can do some different things. Maybe you don't all agree with each other, but maybe you can set up businesses doing like all 6 things and make more money. It feels not very fun and not that fair in your mind, like you have to do all 6 things. But I do feel like you're going to be good if you just take charge of your own destiny. Like someone, you just need to be self-employed and get your own money and not worry about what others are doing. And you might be unhappy with it. You might feel like it's really tiring. It's your time to shine still. I feel like you're shining. And you're demonstrating something good to people. You're showing energy to people that they really like. And I feel like they will want to pay you for something that you do because it's good energy exchange. And it seems like you do have a lot of experience already in a way that you're kind of like a leader. And it just feels like you're not happy as much as you could be. That's the only problem. You're just not feeling it as much. I feel like someone you're just tired. And someone you have like some memories from the past that are giving you a fear of scarcity mentality more. And it's like when you were trying to collect like 6 pennies for something that you needed. And you didn't have the 6 pennies. You had 5 and you had to just like keep searching the floor for another one. I feel like you still got that experience with you. It's like still heavy on your heart. And actually now you have got pennies. You're not short of pennies. It's more like maybe you want like an extra 1,000 here and there. Feels like your position in life is better than it once was. And maybe it's easy for you to lose your happiness when you remember where you once were. But also it's possible for you to look back and maybe think, well, do you know what? At least I can afford this, this and this now. I couldn't back in the day, but now I can. Feels like you're not as far as you wanted to be by your age. Because you're not young, you're not that inexperienced. It's like you should be doing something more by now. You should be more experienced by now, kind of feeling. And you're not quite where you want to be, but I do feel like you're collecting on the money this month. And you're saving it. You can save it. Or you've at least got what you need. And I also feel like you're demonstrating really impressive talent. So I feel like there's potential for you to earn more in the future. But even if you're unhappy, I feel like it's not that bad. Like it's not like you have a terrible job. It doesn't seem like you're fighting in a war or doing something that's dirty or something like that. It more feels like you're just feeling a bit like you have too many different things that you have to do and like each one doesn't pay quite enough. Maybe like you do need to learn and study some more. But also I do see you getting some spare time and getting to just have fun and enjoy your hobbies. So I want to say congratulations. It seems like you've got a good business and it seems like you've got good businesses. You've got good talents and you should be proud of yourself. And you can take some time off, but just not as much as you might want this month as well. You might want to take like the whole month off. Then you get some work that's like 6 weeks worth of work and you have to get ready for it or something like that. So I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and check out the other content on my channel if you're interested. Also, if you'd like a personal reading, get in touch, the information will be below. Thank you for watching and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.